I'm Crystal, and I've been in two women's refuges, and my experiences of both of them was horrible. Um, I've been to a women's refuge in Gloucestershire to try and keep me safe. I've been into a women's refuge in Seaford to keep me safe. The one in Gloucestershire I was bullied in. There was a lady called Jenny, and I was pregnant with my son that's adopted, Anthony, and she used to bang on the door. She wouldn't care if you were sick or half dying, you had to go to meetings. If you didn't do as you was told, you had 7 days notice to leave. It was more like a concentration camp. There was no freedom in there. I eventually got out of there, but this bullying, the sexual abuse, and everything else followed me down to Chatham. I've been punched in the face. I felt I needed protection, so I was offered this place in Seaford. It was a long journey. It was late at night. I had nothing to eat. I was given a travel warrant, and I went on my way by myself on a train journey to Seaford, which is quite a long way from Chatham, and it's really hard to get to. It wasn't a very nice experience. I arrived there late at night, and I was bullied from the beginning by young women with their children. I didn't have mine, and that was upsetting. I walked in there. I was offered about 3 bits of pasta and some bread with no butter. I didn't have any money. I didn't have anything on me, just the clothes I was wearing and my handbag. I went up to my room, and opposite my room was a young boy lying on a bed with the door open. And I'm a very quiet person. I don't slam doors, and I don't make much noise by myself. And this girl came upstairs. "Will you quietly shut the door, please? My boy is asleep on the bed." And she was downstairs laughing with a group of women, leaving her child unattended on the bed. So my first impressions of that was, I've got to get the fucking hell out of here and go back home and go through all what I was going through again, because this wasn't a nice place to live. I am bullied everywhere I go, and I've been bullied since a child. I don't know why. I put up with that women's refuge for about 2 or 3 days. The proprietor was called Jenny. She was a big woman with pendulous tits hanging out of her top, gaps in her teeth, and they weren't interested in getting me back with Anthony. They just wanted rent money. So the day after I got there, I was told that I would need to get on a bus, and the job centre was only offering me £5 at that time as emergency payment, and the bus fare was almost £5. But this Jenny wanted me to go on the bus, spend a fiver to get on the bus to go to the job centre to get the £5. When you're in a refuge and you've lost all your children, and there's bullying women with kids on trikes, the trikes are running over your feet. The water that was coming out the tap was brown. It was like drinking sand. I don't even know if it was sanitary. One of the ceilings was leaking onto blue towels, so the towels were dripping wet. And there was women's fanny hairs, and I'm not joking. I had to clean out women's fanny hairs out of the plug hole to have a bath. I stood that for 3 days, and I had to come back home. And this goes with anything in my life. If I go to a group, the women bully me. They laugh at me. They're horrible to me and nasty. And I live on my own. I don't trust anybody now. But why am I being incessantly bullied? And those safe houses weren't safe. The women's refuges weren't safe. And it's all right being in a women's refuge, but they let men come in to your room to change cupboards while you've just got out of bed. You've got bang, 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 we need to change the cupboard. Bang, 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 we need to do this. There's men coming in to fix the lights. They're not women's refuges, they're just made up bollocks.